Top 10 God of War Ragnarok bosses. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays, where I play games stylishly. Today I'm gonna be ranking 10 of my favorite boss fights in God of War Ragnarok. Proceed with caution because there will be spoilers, obviously, and just know that this is my opinion. I favor boss mechanics over everything, so if a boss is not fun but is cool story-wise and I hate it, don't strangle me. Also, there will be something important near the end of the video, so make sure to stick around till then. This game has so many awesome quality boss fights and I can't wait to finish this just to go ahead and experiment with them to learn their moves a little more. I should let you know that this list is based on how mechanically good the boss fight is, how fun it is, and so on. I do care about what led to the boss fight and how it got to happen and the stakes and the stuff, you know, the music, but it's mainly combat centric here. Mechanics are the most important thing in this top 10. Let's stop wasting your time and let's head into the top 10. Coming in at number 10, we have Gryla. This is a nice boss fight that you fight as Atreus, and it has some fun gimmicks. Mainly traverse from this platform to this platform, shoot her urn, and all the good stuff. I was kinda disappointed that we never got to fight a boss like this as Kratos. That would have been such a cool dynamic to the Colossus of Rhodes fight in God of War 2, but yeah, no. Anyways, this takes the number 10 spot because it can be fun mechanically. Next at number 9, we have a number 9 lord. Next at number 9, we have Heimdall. Now, I know it's weird I have the most punchable boss this low on the list, but hear me out. I fought this guy multiple times on Give Me God of War, and it simply is not fun. I know it's satisfying when you beat him, and I love the Magni and Modip theme that plays in the background of this boss, but it's just mechanically not fun. First phase can be good when he's riding Goldtopper, then the real fight starts and it's not the most fun. You can only use the spear, which is good, don't get me wrong, that is the whole purpose of Draupnir after all. But it's just that the mechanics are not that crazy engaging and fun. And later he regrows his hand and starts getting more aggressive, and then you can use other weapons, but still, it's just not fun. The whole Zawardo, I don't know where that came from. I guess in the mythology Heimdall could slow down time, I don't know, but it's not fun gameplay wise. Takes the number 9 spot, definitely would kill him again if I had the chance to. Next at number 8, we have Garm. This guy I called Graham in the review. Now don't let this fool you, this is a really nice boss. Hell, all of them are in this game. This game heavily needs a boss rush mode, an encounter only mode, and possibly a level builder like Mario. Okay, I'm just kidding. Point is, Garm is really fun to fight. I fight him on the daily in the hopes of smashing his face in one day, just in spite of PETA trying to garner attention. Not for real, it's a really fun colossal boss. They really nailed it, and fuck PETA, man. They really nailed it, and it's much more fun than 2018's Dragon. Granted, the dragon was bigger in scale, but Garm still makes you feel like you're fighting something big. And not only that, the mechanics are really good. Nicely telegraphed attacks, as it is with all the bosses in this beautiful game. You fight him twice, and both of the fights are really fun to hop onto and play from time to time. Garm also joins the argument of top 5 colossal bosses in the whole series, and it's well deserved. Takes the number 8 spot. Next at number 7, we have Vanadis, or Vanadis, or maybe Vanadis nuts on your face. Freya's Valkyrie boss fight is fun. It's a less aggressive Valkyrie fight than the 2018 ones and does strike a nice balance with her attacks. She has some complex attacks that took me a while to learn the patterns of, but overall it's a very nice fight with, again, nicely telegraphed attacks, except for this attack again, like, took me a while to learn this one. It is nice that she's the first Valkyrie we face in the main story of this game. Just a nice Valkyrie fight that will not break your will of finishing the game if you're a game journalist. Fuck every single game journalist, by the way. Oh, Zesty's getting political. Takes the number 7 spot. I don't care. Next up at number 6, we have Needhog. How can I explain how good this boss is? It's so good. Not quite a colossal boss, but not a humanoid boss either. Humanoid? What did I just say? Humanoid! I humanoid, boys! I humanoid! Yes, it's not even a humanoid. It just has this big... It has a mid style, okay? It's mid. It's mid. The mechanics are fun. Tests your parries, tests your evades, pisses you the fuck off, is a nice boss overall, it's creative and fun, has some moves that require all of your attention. And the design is just so unique. I really like it. No, there is noise. That is bloody noise. It is a nice design and it suits his attacks. I like the gimmicks thrown into it. It has a good mixture of a gimmicky boss and a boss that you actually fight and dodge. I can't explain it. It's just so good and balanced. Takes the number 6 spot. It's so good. And now we enter the realm of the best bosses the series have ever seen. At number 5, we have Reese and Mist, the double Valkyrie boss fight, and honestly, what more could I ask for? Two awesome Valkyries, well balanced, bounce off of each other's moves so well and fluidly that you can't ask for a better double boss fight. They got hyped up before we got to them. We met them multiple times when we were playing as Atreus, and that was all the hype you needed for this amazing boss fight. I really wish they didn't show these two in the trailer. It would have been much better to just see them like built up through the story like this, and then boom, they just drop on you in that place between Niflheim and Muspelheim. Such a missed opportunity, dog, but I guess they needed to sell the game. They have well telegraphed attacks, 3 phases, share a health bar, and all you could ask for in a balanced, challenging double boss fight at once. Take notes, Elden Ring. They take the number 5 spot, and one more thing I'd like to show just cause I fucking love it. Next at number 4 we have Gna, the new Valkyrie Queen. Gna, more like Gna, bitch, this shit is so good. Gna is your average Sigrun that you're gonna see in every God of War that's gonna come in the next years. She strikes a nice challenge and is good. Not as good as Sigrun in my opinion, but you can see how much I like the boss fight given how I gave it the number 4 spot. The attacks are good, but some attacks are just tedious overall. Sometimes she still does the thrust attack out of nowhere, and I still want to ask whoever designed it, who can read this? I mean, I can from time to time, but it's not that consistent, homie. And the ending is so nice. Just when you thought Kratos would rip off her wings like he did with the others, he stops and lets Freya decide what happens next. I love it. Takes the number 4 spot. Nothing more to add. Next at number 3... Odin. Odin's boss fight starts really good. It's you and your son Atreus against Odin. The fight goes by pretty well. There's a lot of platforming you have to do. You have to play carefully, you have to react to stuff. It's mechanically a lot of fun. Then Freya comes in. This is where the boss fight dips in my opinion. It gets too hectic, I guess, too crowded. It's a 3-on-1 and it's just not as good as the first phase with Atreus. It's still a really nice boss. I mean, hell, I'm giving it the number 3 spot. But I just hate it when I stun the guy and the 3 of them team up on him. It takes away from the fight and the shit just gets too hectic. The music that plays is some of the best I've ever heard in a hot minute. Just wish the volume was higher though. His attacks are well telegraphed and some of them are delayed, making it kinda hard to react in time for some of his attacks. His yells and screams are so good, shows how pissed he is. And at the end, he pulls a Ishin the Sword Saint on us. Look at these two and tell me they're not brothers. Except this guy has a Glock. It's a good boss. I even like the color coding at the end, which is unlike me. That's because it doesn't stay for long. You just knock his armor out. As a last boss, even with the flaw of it getting too crowded with 3-on-1 action, if you count Mimir that's 4-on-1, it still exceeds Baldur's last boss in God of War 4. It is a very good boss fight, takes the number 3 spot. Next at number 2, Thor 1. Now I know it's crazy how this is at number 2 and not 1, but you'll know why in a minute. The first confrontation with Thor is some of the best action scene of all time. He instantly shows his strength with this one hammer flick. Showcases how strong he is and how strong his hammer is. Hell, I mean, look at this one simple flick with Mjolnir and what it does to Kratos. It straight up sends the man to the moon. The music is also really good, but again, you can't hear it except for when it goes crazy in these interactions. The taunting from Thor is phenomenal. He really pushes Kratos, and surprisingly, this is the most vocal Kratos has ever been in a fight.
I did not seek that fight with your brother.
This is one of the few times that Kratos tries to negotiate with the enemy. Some of the few amount of times he warns someone, don't fuck with me or I will kill you. And that's on gang, by the way. The fight moves in such a fast pace that I still can't believe this ran on the base PS4. They're moving from one place to another, destroying their way through. Now with that, I want to get into the mechanics and a fucking again with this game. Well telegraphed attacks, attacks that require good timing to dodge, attacks that make me love Thor even more and more. I mean, have you heard him scream though? Attacks that make you look cool and give you some of that boxing evades feel when you evade them. Attacks that make you look cool while blocking. Your time to punish him, his time to strike, and it all gives you this amazing boss fight that ends in Kratos showing his true strength. which is a rare sight to see these days. This fight is so good, mechanically so good, but the only thing making the number 1 spot better is the mechanics, again. Because at number 1 is Thor, except it's the second and last clash with Thor. I love this one more because you're fully upgraded. He has more attacks, does a lot more screaming, and is just more aggressive overall. And the interactions that happen in between the fight are also really good. That is bloody noise. Thor showcases more of his strength, and honestly there's nothing more I can add. Kratos is different here. Kratos starts fucking swinging this 1,000-pound piece of meat. This man is built different. He's swinging this kid around like he's nothing. It's just mad. I love it so much. And I love both Thor fights because they're purely one-on-one. It's just Kratos fighting Thor. No one to help, no one to jump him with Kratos. A clean one-on-one action. I love it how we beat his ass one-on-one. I also really love, I want to emphasize this again, I love how this time around Kratos is the one giving him a bad day. Kratos flings this guy around, throws him around. It's such a sight to see. He's just, Thor is flying with just Kratos' strength, and I'm simping too much, let's stop. It's my favorite boss in the game, takes the number 1 spot, and we're not done! Hey, so remember this series I had called Let's Argue? Yeah, the hot takes in that video are kinda outdated now since Ragnarok is out, and I think I should get new ones. Comment down below your hot take about God of War in the comments down below. Anything Ragnarok related, compare it to Ghost of Sparta or whatever, I don't know, I don't care. Have some bullshit hot takes like Kratos should have had hair or something, I don't know.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Whatever you like, just a hot take that you believe in, and if it's good and it gets a lot of like, it shall be included in the next video of Let's Argue, where I give my thoughts on the hot takes. With that, we come to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you didn't like, tell me what you liked. Like and share my videos. I stream God of War nearly every day and make the best content I can ever come up with for God of War. It has been your Stream Gamers ST. Peace. I hope. Shit, if you don't strangle me.